सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Association to this intermediate training session. Hello, Devers, Dina Patel, Batsal Parikh, Suresh Bhai Chawda. Good afternoon to all. So, I would like to discuss the Taimano variation. Morning I covered the Khan and Paulsen, and Taimanov is also very popular. I mean, Taimanov variation is nothing. It is Khan, but only thing that he brings knight c6 with a two-fold idea. Now, after the move e4 c5, knight f3, knight e6. Let's go this move on. Knight. Now, black has got a flexible plan. I think I need to put the fan little volume slow, making a lot of noise. Oh, yeah. Let it be. Birabhadra Singh, Paris Kumar, Kiara Mehta, and Ramakrishna. So the knight c6 has got flexibility. For example, now bishop d3 is not possible. So if we play, black has a choice to transpose to Sicilian 4 knight. It can also lead to Sesniko and Pelican after knight b5, d6, bishop f4, e5. It is a Pelican Sesniko variation. Or he can also play bishop b4, and this is Sicilian 4 knights. So this is the flexibility he is maintaining. Now after NC, now after NC6, NC3. So normally the game starts either Queen C7. This is one variation I will discuss, or D6, the second main line. Other lines are not good. So these are the two lines: Queen C7 or D6. Idea knight F6. So here this is bad. No, these are bad moves. Or G6. Either you will play this or G6. For example, in B5 is already a problem. Already problem has started. Maybe I have to the two side variations and so fast. Paris Kumar, since you are a tactical player, so you should choose E4. Paris Kumar, I recommend E4 for you since you like tactics. For example, now Now b6, only move. No way to stop. Again threat. But now the problem is nd5 comes. Much superior version than Sesnico where that g6 move is bad. Already the material will be lost. And the king comes in danger. You can't take. Knight, if you take it, the check is terrible. This is just a bad position. I will just win material and come back. And the check is also coming. So it is necessary he has to come. Just want to come back and c7. On exchange up, I don't see any compensation. So it turns out that you black cannot play this knight e7. Black cannot play here in d4. Here he can't play. He cannot play g6. This is bad. Plus minus. Now let us see instead of g6 what happens if you place knight e7. Which are not played, but I saw just in case somebody will play. So I am just showing you just in case somebody will prepare sideline. That means now the knight has come. He has to double up. Nothing better than that. Now knight b5. Already problem has started. He cannot do anything. d5 is just losing a pawn. d5 will lose a pawn after taking. Take, 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 take. So you have to play g6 only. Castle, bishop g7. Knight check is not dangerous. Not dangerous so much. You will end up giving the further. So it is better choke him. Choke. Now who is going to remove that queen from d6? Now there is no point in going. So better you return. Bad position. You can see the scope of black pieces are poor. Knight f5 is not coming. And after nb3, he will push him back all the way. Backward pawn. Okay, you don't play, then you can't develop bishop b7. Not possible. So he decided to play knight f5, but queen b6. This is also one of Tal's idea only to go for endgame in a different situation. Bad. The endgame is bad because this black pieces and pawn structure. g3, you will play g5, but this, of course, you can win the exchange. Bishop coming there and bishop a7. Here, this or this. But the point is, here you will have some counter. Now if you play some move like bishop a7, rook, and now the rook is attacked and he will get counter. You will get a pawn and the e5 pawn. So not to get position already is plus. You don't have to win material and giving counter. So here simple bishop c5 plus. Still he can win exchange. Now you have to save the exchange. Bad. Backward f7, backward d7. Position is plus minus. So it turns out that neither you can play e7. Here this is a bad move. This is just bad. After nb5 the position is plus minus. And neither you can play here. This is bad move. This is plus minus. Plus minus. Okay, after bishop g7, knight queen d6. This is just choking. Plus, so I leave this side variation. I will focus on the two main lines. One is now not a6. One is queen c7, and other is to play d6. These are the two diagrams. Queen c7, other is d6. Now let us see in this position d6 variation. No, let me take to queen c7 first. Now b3. Black has to now play a6. Other moves are bad. So black must stop knight b5. Now I recommend there are lines with queen d2, you know, queen d2. I want to avoid lot of theory and complication. My intention that you get a very easy game and advantage without much complication. This will lead to complication. Okay, so I recommend you just play a3, stopping that variation. Now we'll see only queen c7, a3. Alexander Motillo is an expert of the variation. F4. Now in the position one game tall white goofed black queen into now knight g4 he played queen. Now if you play queen into queen it is bad. It is bad. This is a bad position. Who you cannot mobilize your pieces and I will push him all the way. So now if you play bishop to d6 I will play e5. White is better. Now white is tall white. This idea even that Magnus Carlsen accept adopted it. Plus this gives a grip. The backward d7 f7. So we should avoid such a system for black. Means black should avoid. So in the game, knight into d4 is poor move. So here f f4. So now knight g4 is bad. Right? Here he is playing same thing. Carlsen and Potkin. Better position. Actually, if you analyze lot of Tal's games, you will find that engine is playing many moves of Tal. Active play. Somewhat. Always engine will show active moves. But with appropriate calculation. Check. It will lead to a mating attack if you take it. Now if you now cannot take that pawn into pawn, it will be killing. After you play pawn into pawn, तो अगर ये मारा अगर ये मारा तो हम चेक देंगे. अभी इधर आएगा ये चेक देंगे. अब ये करेगा ये चेक देंगे. This position should be bad. I think maybe I should give a sack. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. Maybe here. Should be winning. It should be winning. We need G4 break or you bring the rook. Maybe if you do this, I want to show the attack, how it will attack. No, 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 no. Let us see. Let us analyze this. I find the attack. I find the attack. So you give queen check. Now sack. Now you take. Now check, check, and then it should be finished. So he cannot accept that. He cannot accept it. So in the game, after he took with the bishop and he closed the line. But with the pawn on f6, this तलवार लटक रहा है, सर पे एक तलवार लटक रहा है. Good move. Immediate queen h6. Now you weaken the position further and further. हो गया काम. d7 मर रहा है. He cannot play end game. d7 मर रहा है. He cannot play end game. यही खत्म हो गया. ये check. You cannot play king into rook check. Rook d7. Queen is free. After you take rook check. Rook here. Queen is free. So you cannot do that. So he has to go. Now this is gone. d7, the discover attack. क्या क्या नहीं है उसके पास. So this is working very well. And now another one. हो गया. It is so. ये तो हो गया ना कार्लसन. ये हो गया ना. क्या हो गया ये. Next. The variation here. Now pawn into is bad. We saw pawn into. The setup is bad. After e5. It's a bad setup. Knight e4 coming. So he plays many times queen into. Avoiding complication. This is actually a blitz game. So there is no time to make planning here. Black wants to utilize his forces against this point. So want to open up the diagonal at any cost. You play slowly, it is bad. Now, so he tries to open up. Now a pin. This is gone now. Knight cannot move, and I will take multiple times. Then weak d pawn. Take, take, take. Weak d pawn. Plus, अब ये pawn end game में ही जाएगा. And Carlson does not need to introduce. You don't have to have Carlson to win this sort of end game. Okay. Active king, weak pawn. So this is also inferior. Now Grischuk played a nice game. I selected this game into idea. Want to immediately exploit. This structure is bad. You play this. This is a terrible structure. So now there is a threat. There is a threat here. Pawn into. Now white is threatening pawn into f6 and make a target. Plan take and make a target. So gives a check. Good move. I want to bring the knight into king side. Knight to d4, etc. But a damage. Before that, knight is doing a damage. to force him. That is what I want. A square has become weak. And now knight. You can't push this pawn. Knight coming and then get very bad. So f6. Three times attack is coming. So he plays a5. Defend. कौन बचाएगा इसको? So queen. Now another one. So now bishop c8. I think only move available. Now rook. I think this is winning. The position is winning. Uncoordinated rooks. तो आप निकालो तो ये हैंगिंग है, ये हैंगिंग रहेगा. That means any moment you can't play this pawn. Rook, knight. So a break मारेगा. The whole point is you need to open up line against the king. This is the only move. Idea, queen hotto, move the queen, I will open up. हटा तो एक बिशप अटैक्ड है. Now the queen is, this is not protected. Anyway, ये नहीं आ रहा है. Is not coming. Both pin, so he comes here. Idea, a threat. Threat. So queen is anyway if on the position is hopeless rather. चार पांच pieces attack, five pieces will attack the black king. Lost. Idea to check, pawn check and I will collect. Check. Take. Abhi the end game is miserable. This is a miserable position. Middle game में जाए. Both. You can choose to play queen into queen. The end game will win. But white wants to finish the game in middle game because so bad pieces and bad king. Why positional chess is important? Okay, I will tell you that tactical or attacking chess is based on a sound positional consideration. It is like you are building a house. If the foundation is not good, तो एक दिन ये गिर जाएगा. थोड़ा महीने में ही गिर जाएगा. विदाउट प्रॉपर फाउंडेशन घर बनाना है तो घर गिर जाएगा. तो इसीलिए strategy is the foundation. Positional chess means strategic play. That is why you castle, develop, center, coordination. These are strategy. Strategy का पांच पहलू है. पांच पहलू. Number one is king position. So in the beginning, the king is bad. Okay, finish this game first. This is gone. This is gone. अभी क्या रखा है ये? एंड गेम तो होपलेस है. पीस मर रहा है बाबू. पीस मर रहा है. So strategy का पांच पहलू है. 5 chapters. Number one is king position. So in the beginning of the game, the king is unsafe. We want to castle quickly. The king must go because king has to be in middle game, opening middle game. King must be kept in very safe. The end game, the king becomes tiger. शेर बन जाता है. So in the opening, the strategy is to quick castle, control the center with pawns if possible, and then bring your pieces to center. Bring your pieces to center. And then your rooks to center. Then you complete the opening. But black will not keep quiet. Black will try to fight for center. Black will try to do some counter attack or strategy. So it is you have to follow strategy. Otherwise, it is like a card house. Suppose you make no, it will glass house. टूट जाएगा. You have to develop pieces towards center. Control the center. Do not create unnecessary weakness, unnecessary capture, unnecessary pawn moves. Don't waste moves. You have to control open line. You have to have a good pawn structure. The coordination of the pieces, activity. ये सब जरूरी है. Just by desire to attack, one cannot do. So strategy and tactics are interlinked. Interlinked. I will put it in a more crude way. Tactics is servant to strategy. I should not put it like this. Strategy is the boss. Strategy जो बोलेगा, tactics वही करेगा. What is strategy and what is tactics? Strategy means what to do. Plan. What to do. क्या करना है. Tactics means how to do. Strategy says attack the king. So tactics will analyze all the pieces on the king. Strategy says concentrate on the file. So tactics will do for that. So tactics, strategy is the boss. जो बोलेगा tactics वही करेगा. Ritu Nandi, welcome. Dabang Makwana and Dina Patel, all are welcome. Which is your favorite opening? When I was an active player, I liked E4, only E4. And when I became a coach, I liked D4 because I don't have to calculate. In D4, there is little chance of opening blunder. E4, you have to calculate lot of theory, new things. आपको देखना है आज का कल क्या हुआ था, लेटेस्ट डायग्राम मैगजीन में क्या आया है. तो E4 में बहुत सारी ओपनिंग में नॉवेल्टी आता है. Whereas D4, even if you do not know modern theory, you can control and play. So E4 is very good. Fisher said best by test. Fisher said E4 is best by test. अभी D4 में you have got very limited choice for black. अभी E4, D4 there are difference. Okay, I will finish this. Ritu Nandi, I have shown many attacking games. You see, this is my 150 episode. That means nearly today I would complete nearly 600 hours, maybe 550 hours, probably around 550 hours. And in the chess Facebook, another 100 hours. So 700 hours I have done already. So lot of attacking games I have shown. Lot of. Today I will show some attacking games today also. E4 is best by test. For young players, for players who are active, I recommend E4 because the game is open and you get lot of opportunity, flexibility. Whereas you play D4, the position becomes closed and there are limited choice. Both are good. Both are good. For example, now Garry Kasparov is a D4 player, but he is a very fast attacking player. Anatoly Karpov was a E4 player, but a very positional player. But in general, all attacking and active and young players they play E4. And the player of solid positional style prefer D4, C4, Knight F3, etc. 1 minute. पानी खत्म हो गया. Now this let us finish this game. I will come back. You know, so I recommend here NC3, Knight Queen on A3, B3, A6 तो खेलना पड़ेगा. If you do not play, you will have problem. So practically four stay. Practically other moves are possible, but it is not good. Now A3 के बाद Knight. This tall attack. I want Tal's plan. Queen F3 and long castle. Bad. Actually, you can play Queen into also. This is a good idea. Knight G4, but he plays Bishop. Okay, accepting the pawn could be also risky business. I have seen that gambit. White stands better. Mutilov is an expert of this. Just white wants to lose castle long and attack. Now, now you can play g4, but it is complicated. So I recommend in this position rg1 with the idea now g4, g5 at that time. Direct g4 is possible. It is possible. You can play this move, but in this case, knight into and rook into e5. अरे ये क्या हो रहा है? Rook into and now e5. Now all this thing, you can play rook there. Then you can take the pawn. It is all complications. Complication. Unnecessary. ये आएगा ऐसा. So you better play rook g1 here. b e2 के जगह में आपको rook g1 खेलना है. This is what I recommend. So I will go to next game. I will show you a game RG1. Monomario का दिखाएगा. Sasi played a very good game. Sasi Kiran. So one of the idea why they play this move. One of the idea now this is a tactical target. एक ना एक दिन वो आएगा. या Bishop is watching here. तो ये आएगा. So this is one of the idea and developing the Bishop. So not very good. In opening stage, a player should develop king position quickly. ये अभी सब तक सो रहा है यहाँ तक. ये किंग सेंटर में है. अरे क्या चल रहा है? You must bring your king whatever you do. So knight into. Now very well played. Very well. Threat. Now there is no point in castling this side. The pieces are ready. 1, 2, 3, 4 are ready है. So we कर सकते हैं but थोड़ा risky है because एक pawn bishop into pawn का tactics है plus. Now backward pawn d7 and knight f6 is stopped. Knight e4 with initiative. So cannot castle Babu. Cannot castle. White is already ahead in development and space in center. At the moment the pawn, but this is not a problem because he will stay in pin. So he plays now castle king. You take the pawn f4 f5. मारोगे तो f4 f5 आएगा. You have no time. मारोगे f4 knight आएगा तो bishop into queen. So एक पीस चला जाएगा. Cannot take that still. Take bishop h7 check. White starts a second front. I think played very aggressively. I like the game, the way he has handled. All the other moves are turned out badly. Anything else bad. Only this is the only move. Again played very finely. Tit for tat. Strategically, White is very sound, fully centralized, fully loaded. Okay, if you play, then I can give Queen d5 check, Queen d5 check, Pawn h5. Now this is actually the black has been outplayed. Now black is trying desperately. This is an Indian player. Black is an Indian player, Som Das. So plays rook into. Now central pass pawn. ये किंग साइड में कुछ नहीं है. The G file will open up. You take the G file will open up. अब ये pawn push is coming, the central pass pawn, खत्म. There are many threats he is giving. Immediate threat है rook. This is a threat because मारे मारे double check है, खत्म हो गया. Back rank is not clear. Now rook into bishop is one threat. Then rook check, another threat. Rook g1. This is so many threats coming. So he played h6. Rook into pawn. जो मिलता है ले लो. Don't wait for a big thing. जो मिलता है ले लो. मार तो नहीं सकता है. After queen into f7, it is all over. So only move back. Okay, lost. Even even I think this also may be winning. This check, queen into f7, India queen h5, queen h8, सब कुछ जीत रहा है. तो ये खेला आराम से. Check, he resigns. Then rook check will come. The only move. Then rook check will come. So this is also a good game by Sasi. तो ये सेकंड सेटअप में दिस इज प्लस. This is the point. He wants break. Idea e5, pawn e5. So you have to stop e5. Typical in Sicilian Scavenging, in classical it comes the pin. Next f4. Next f4 break will come. कुछ नहीं कर सकता. The castle is bad. It is a ready-made attack coming. Long castle also is bad. ये भेज दो पीछे, knight e8 जा, f4. रुक आएगा, finish. Because this is attack. If you move, next move I will play f4. So you better come. बहुत सारी weakness हो गया. Come back. I will not able to comment on this because this is already bad position. No coordination. The rook and rooks are not coordinated. There is a weakness. ये कोई threat नहीं है. So he started opening suicide. Very well played. गया. ले लो, जो मिलता है ले लो, ले लो. अभी क्या है, you are a piece up. A player should not complicate giving a piece, and that too against a 2700 player. One should not do this. तो वो क्या करेगा अभी? बिशप आए, अभी एक्स्ट्रा पीस है. यू कैन टेक एंड गेट एंड लॉस्ट एंड गेम. ये मारा तो पीस डाउन, और ये मारा तो नाइट पाउन इनटू टेम्पो आ रहा है. So do not complicate matter when you are material down here. मारा तो टेम्पो क्वीन पे अटैक, तो क्वीन c4. अरे दिस इज this is inviting back to us. Now I want you to see what happened. He is attacking knight. Queen attack, knight attack. But the queen is in the line of bishop. Queen thinks. Tactician. मारेगा तो ये कोई रुक चेक एंड गेम खत्म. बिशप इंटू. अभी नहीं मारेगा तो एनीवे रुक इज कमिंग. द रुक s3 इज कमिंग. नाइट मारना है कि नहीं मारना है? इज डाउन है. So he comes here. The rook into attack. So he takes, but after this is he resigns. Because simply roller, ये जो है ना, ये सीधा सीधा आ रहा है, कुछ नहीं कर सकता. कुछ कुछ दो पास पा कुछ नहीं, लॉस्ट। बैक रैंक भी क्लियर नहीं हुआ। सो यू शुड नॉट कॉम्प्लिकेट एंड इट इज ऑल बैड लाइन। हेलो कमल मखेचा। सेकंड वेरिएशन में जाता है। इसका एक दो गेम और आपको दिखाऊंगा मैं। नाइस गेम्स। सो B2, now BF3. White is all better placed. Pushing is bad already. I told you it is bad. So the A6 pawn problem. Queen rook C4 is coming. जाएगा सब धीरे धीरे। The whole point is the queen side में वो pawn तो गया later on. Then the pieces are not having any activity on the white king. No counter play. देखो, this is a tactics in wrong direction. Now he wants to exchange pieces at this square. अरे मार मार के रूक क्या करेगा? Then इसका क्या होगा? अगर बिशप B6 आए, मार देगा, क्वीन मार देगा, नाइट पीस चला जाएगा। So he plays NC5. Again wrong planning. मारो, खत्म। अभी पीस गया। क्वीन से मारेगा तो भी जाएगा। क्वीन इनटू also loses after queen exchange. This is just bad. खत्म हो जाए। रूक आएगा तो नाइट D4. So he takes with the knight. Then what about इसको प्रोटेक्शन कौन देगा? Lost. The whole setup is bad. This whole setup, Magnus Mutilev played this one more game. This is a good line. Actually, Anish Giri started playing G4 right away. But in this position also, this is okay. Direct खेल सकता है. Idea G5. Now G4. So I would not like to show you G4. My suggestion is to play Rook G1. So I'll show you RG1. पोनोमारियो का है किधर? ओके, एक गेम और दिखाता हूँ। दो गेम, ये वेरिएशन में दो गेम। ये तो वही वही वाला तो टाल गुफेल्ड प्लस वही वाला। सो आई विल वन मोर बाला शो। All this is being played normally. Now Scavenging, he is preparing to now if I break. If I break आ रहा है। Now rook will come to third rank. That is Lubojevic Anderson. Plus. Now the whole point is pawn into is bad. If you play pawn into, the whole pawn rook is good getting ready. I'll just move the knight and then you will have a lot of problems. Later on, I may play bishop G5 and give an exchange sack also. So it is not a good idea. Maybe I can play knight coming to S5 also. So pawn into better, he says knight into. Must come. White stands better. So you can next move. I am bringing rook here. Rook double. So अभी उठाना है, उठा, खत्म। The only move. But then bishop G6 will come. B6 will come. गणपत हो गया, lost. So he is doing rook two pieces for a rook. It is not worth seeing. Okay. Now I will take you to the line. The main other line is that means we come to a conclusion that ये जो position है आप ये position है e4 c5 e4 c5 knight f3 e6 take and now knight c6 now you play knight c3 on queen c7 bishop e3 now a6 necessary then a3 white gets a good plan. I want to prepare now bishop, pawn push queen and castle. Plan I can do queen d2 and long castle. Anything is okay. White stands better. f4 b2 करो f4 queen f3 करो. So this position it is a very easy line. Of course, one move I am wasting, but I want to avoid too much of theory and complication for you. So next line I will see. So if you will play queen c7, a3, pawn a3, it will transpose d6, queen f3, castle. This is diagram. So here I want to avoid this line, rook g1. Then that knight into d4 will be a self goal because the pawn will be doubly protected. I want to my plan is to now start a simple attack. वो कुछ नहीं कर सकता क्या करेगा. Now e5 is bad, g4 g5 coming, rook into e5 is bad. You are not getting a pawn also. If the pawn on g4 कम से कम एक pawn तो मिलता था, कुछ भी नहीं है. Very bad position. This is the only way to do disturb equilibrium. खत्म हो जाएगा, खत्म हो जाएगा. Too much. अभी नाइट सेंटर में आएगा. यू कैन से रशियन नाइट ऑल्सो. नाउ पीछे जाओ, सब पीछे पीछे एक एक मूव कंटिन्यूअसली विल गो बैक बैक. सो दिस इज जस्ट बैड. ये आएगा तो ये पीछे जाओ. अब ये बचाओ, इधर मर रहा है तो ये बचाओ. अब ये आएगा, ये पीछे जाओ. दिस आर ऑल कितना कितना 5 मूव पीछे पीछे करेगा. तो चेस में क्या 5 मूव इतना नहीं मिलता है. Instead of queen g3, g4 looks sufficient. At what point? Instead of where queen g3. Okay, you are talking in the variation. ये जो है ये वेरिएशन है. आप बोल रहे हैं इधर इधर कर, या बोल रहे हैं हियर कैसल कैसल. तो अभी ये क्वेश्चन मार्क बोल रहा है कौन. एनोटेटर पोनोमारियो सेज दैट बेटर इज bd3 को e5 आएगा and d2 and then he says ef4 and white stands better. According to Ponomario, this is a better line, non-committal. So he says it is the line he played, and he recommends here that you play here knight b3. No, no, no. In this castle, Ponomario says knight b3 is interesting. Correct? He recommends this. Go into Scavenging setup where white stands better. Regular attack. We now you play queen c7. Now you have got g4. Idea same thing, but there is no capture here. And now your knight has to come to attack. You do need to push the pawn. It takes time. So this is a good line here. This is also a possibility. But I recommend this is okay. I think I believe that methodically this is perfect. Idea G4, G5 plus. Okay, this is necessary. This will not be so good now. Not so good. You first take. Taking it is getting a weak pawn. If you take knight into take, and bishop d3 with a plus. Rook in. No, no, knight into. Rook into. Bishop c8 है तो rook into मारता है. White is clearly at top. Mat threat. Direct mat threat. Want to actually you can give the exchange also. आप exchange दे भी सकते हो. But give in a place harass him. We can completely. Now in this position, rook d4 was better. You give the exchange here. You have already made a weakening the structure. ये देने के बाद lot of play will be generated. So this is okay. You have to now defend h6 threat. So very very unclear position. I think it's okay. Defendable. ऐसा कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. Okay, there is nothing. So after all a piece, there is a solid. ये counter play चार move है. चार move है. Okay. Anyway, it is middle game. I am only showing the opening ideas. So this is RG1 is a good idea. And what Ponomario says, his advice is also 2700 plus player who should respect knight b3 is a better move. All right. Some of the Anand's games, Anand's games. Actually, for example, now whenever a player has a problem in preparation in E4 games, whether you are white or black, I would recommend you first see Anand's games. The reason is he plays very sound chess and to the point strategically very correct moves. I would recommend that studying Anand's games will solve your many problems of your E4 preparation for white and black. Of course, there are other E4 players are there. Swidler is very good in theory. Anisgiri is good. Modern games, or if you want variation, you should see these players. If you go back to the past, you will see the method of play. Now knight. Now d6. Idea. The whole point is you are avoiding cross attack, tall attack. Knight है तो g4, but knight ने what? This is meaningless. It is like आम का पेड़ में हम पत्थर मार रहे हैं. आम गिरेगा तो खाएंगे. कहाँ गिरेगा? So the whole point is no cross attack, no tall attack. But d3, a6 is ignoring. Now that d6 is not there. See, in the variation, I recommended you Queen c7, a3. I played this. The bishop move I stopped. But once you play d6, there is no bishop coming. You don't have to waste time. So play b3. Now queen d2. Very solid. Now white has got ready-made. It is without a Nasdor. A English attack is on the air. ये नजदर पोजीशन है. ये अभी व्हाइट का g4 रहता है. So आ गया. You have transposed basically to an English attack. खत्म, फटाफट अटैक आएगा. ओके, दिस ओपनिंग, आई ओनली नाउ रूक इज रेडी. रूक ताल रैंक रेडी हो गया, तो सेंटर में रेडी हो गया, अब ये भी रेडी हो गया, ये करके ओपन करेंगे. सो दिस इज ऑलरेडी प्लस पोजिशन. दैट मीन्स you don't have to worry about that d6 avoiding knight f6. दो आनंद का दो ओवर गेम. I believe Anand won in some 3 to 5 minutes in this whole game, humiliating defeat to the opponent. So no need of a3. A Velimirovic attack. Velimirovic attack with dangerous force. I have already showed you in my earlier lectures the strength of the attack RG1, G4, G5. White has a straight strategic plan RG1 and G4, G5, and then Rook G3, Queen H5, etc. Rook G3 and Queen H5 and attack. So quite dangerous attack. So I will skip this. Go to the next game. Next game. This game, Anand comments. This notes by Viswanathan Anand. Now, quick side variation. Apart from the other lines, like I mean here he sidesteps quick we need to long castle. It is not Velimirovic attack. Velimirovic attack comes after Bishop C4. So threat, knight on knight and d5 threat. Good. Quite stronger. In this variation, you have not played a3, so b5, b4 is useless. Now, because the threat has come on the e4 point. The moment he plays bishop, now the pressure has come. Pressure. Sack आ जाएगा. Immediate threat है bishop into e6. So, मार दो. आ गया sack. Enough. There is no attack. Rook into knight के बाद कोई attack नहीं है. The bishop is doing great defensive job. ये मारो ना मारो. If you play standard d5, so bishop d4 will be enough. No sacrifice will come. King भाग जाएगा. Rook takes, bishop takes, check, king c1 and king d2 में भाग जाएगा. So he plays here. This is so simple. Yeah. So he plays in the rook c3. Direct. क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं. No attack. Indirectly defending the f3 point, c3 point. अभी तो ये रिजनेबल है. कैसल नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ नहीं, थ्रेट भी नहीं दे सकता है. So it is a lost position. So ये जो है साइड लाइन है. Basically, Anand says that I just chose the offbeat. In his Anand's word, says I went for the offbeat queen e2. Okay. Yeah, it is a richer rouser. The position, it is a richer rouser. Suppose you play here. Now this is knight bishop g5 richer rouser. And now this is bad. Now here it is in this position. If it is black to play, black playing this is bad. Some bishop g5. It comes in rouser attack sometimes. Okay, I leave this. I will show you some two, three more games. Fedorov, Firuza, and Fischer Spassky Oniskiri. These four games I have to show you. Tal attack. This is not good. This is bad. The problem is it will transpose to a classical French system. French classical में transpose होगी. After E4, E6, D4, D5, NC3, NF6. Now E5, ND7, F4. Now after that capture, normally white should maintain a piece all the time here. All the time, knight, bishop, rook, queen, कुछ भी करो, वहां पर एक पीस चाहिए. The bishop remains back. और एट मौका देख के एफ आई आई. द होल पॉइंट स्ट्रेटेजिकली D4 को छोड़ना नहीं. D4 स्क्वायर. Other idea, you can go also castle. Okay. The capture is bad. अभी मैं छोड़ उठेगा नहीं उधर से. I will not leave from there. Queen into met by queen D4. उठेगा ही नहीं उधर से. Thematic. Once actually, I read the book, A Contemporary Approach to Chess Opening by Alexis Sutin. In that book, he gives all this. Very nice explanation. Sutin was a good coach and a good writer, very good writer and very good coach. Only he got थप्पड़ खाया unnecessarily. एक थप्पड़ मारा पेट्रोसेन का वाइफ ने, पेट्रोसेन हार गया तो. It is not 10 people. Parish Kumar, nearly every day they are not interacting. They are not interacting. Nearly 100 people watch. Every episode, maybe at around 100 people watch. They are not commenting. They are silently watching. So this is actually French. French से आएगा ही. This is just a bad position. अभी bad bishop है. अभी bad bishop है. ये कोई counter play नहीं है. This is speciality finish. कुछ भी नहीं है counter play. पूरा का पूरा दब गया है. तो ये जो है, it can come from French like this. F4, C5, knight F3, and C6, B3, queen B6. Now you can play here. You can play maybe here A3, so that you cannot take the pawn. This is also, and you capture. Now I will play maybe here. Yeah, B3 is good. फ्रेंच क्लासिकल मारते जाएगा तो वहां पर मैं बैठ रहेगा. कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला. So Firuza Ali Raza, another great player. So he may become world champion someday. Very young, energetic, playing very correct chess. So here it will become English attack. Very well played by Arjun. The plan English attack G4, G5, H4, very easy plan. अभी आप मारोगे तो खराब. नहीं तो सपोर्ट करो, देन स्टार्ट पुशिंग, टू मच टाइम प्लस रेडीमेड अटैक इज कमिंग. नहीं तो हिलता नहीं है. क्वीन A5 स्टूपिड बिकॉज ऑफ B3 देयर इज नथिंग. यहाँ पर ऑलरेडी आ चुका है, यह शुरू नहीं हुआ. He has not started and it is going. Now, I will not criticize. The position is bad. Whatever you do, it is bad. So, black is desperately looking for some counter activity. ऊपर से 300 पॉइंट का डिफरेंस है. White is 300 points plus. Actual strength is 500 point. Actual strength because already he has reached 27 plus. G5 ओपन हो गया, खत्म, बात खत्म, ओवर. We you can now already queen exchange means practically winning 3-2 already 3-2. यहाँ तो कोई ये डबल पॉन है, ये बैड है, तो क्वीन एक्सचेंज हुआ तो जीत जाएगा. बिशप C4 आएगा, बचाओ E5 को बचाओ. अभी अभी तो बचाओ E5. अरे क्या बचाएगा अभी, क्या रूक D8 बचाओ, ब्लैक स्क्वायर एंट्री, खत्म हो गया गेम. आइडिया. नाउ रूक चेक इज कमिंग. दिस इज द थ्रेट. थ्रेट मेट हो जाएगा. चेक चेक मेट. इट विल लीड टू मेट. RD7. अभी मारो, बिशप इंटू, खत्म. नाइट से मारेगा तो रूक चेक आएगा, और किंग से मारेगा तो कहाँ कैसा खत्म करूं. किंग से मारेगा तो रुक एंड क्वीन एंट्री भी है, तो लॉस्ट हो. तो ये जो सिस्टम का आपको दो ही पहलू है, बाकी का जो आलतू फालतू लाइन छोड़ दो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई शोड यू दैट ब्राउन एंड वॉक, वो छोड़ दो. सिर्फ क्वीन C7 या D6, these are the two lines. So for D6 this is a modern player like Anish Giri, direct G4. ये सब करने का जरूरत नहीं है. अभी बिशप इज नॉट कमिंग, तो आपको अभी नाइट नहीं तो G4. भाई आप ये खेलोगे या नहीं खेलोगे? हाँ, so this is good, direct G4. This is self goal. Another Keras attack will come now in improved version. अभी तो निकालो, हो गया. You have transposed straight to Keras attack. So I like this. Keras attack अभी तक refute नहीं हुआ है. So G4 is a good move. When you play D6, I would say direct ये खेला G4. Ultimately Keras attack आएगा. H4. अभी these are bad moves हैं. Don't do that. Don't do this. ये आ जाएगा, काउंटर प्ले आ जाएगा. सो टेक टेक एंड नाउ G5 ओपन है. अब ये किंग तो फंस गया है. किंग अभी फंस गया है. किंग अभी कैनॉट गो दिस साइड, और ये टू स्लो है. नाइट इज डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड. दिस इज अ गॉन पोजीशन. अरे ये पॉन मार के कोई बड़ा आदमी बनेगा? प्लस माइनस, आई वुड से इट्स अ पोजीशन ऑलरेडी प्लस माइनस. वेरी नाइस, अति सुंदर खड़ी. he dare not accept that. After pawn into knight, knight enters, and now ये ऐसा कुछ खेलेगा तो ये आए, तो आपको ऐसा मूव जाना पड़ेगा, ऐसा जाना पड़ेगा. तो इसको क्या खत्म करेंगे आप? इसको what you just need, अभी हमको बस E5 को खोलना है. अभी रुक विक लाना है तो ये खेल दो, बस हो, ये खेल दो, इतना काफी है. अभी E5 खुल जाए, ये चेक को बचाओ. हॉरिबल पोजीशन आएगी. गुड मूव, नाइट F5 गुड मूव आया. तो नाइट इंटू, अभी क्या बचा है? ऑलरेडी यू विल हैव टू लूज मटेरियल एंड बैड पोजीशन. कुछ भी नहीं बचा, खत्म। ऑन डाउन भी है, और दो बिशप है व्हाइट के पास, डिसेंट्रलाइज। ले लो, पीस चला जाएगा। रुक टेक्स टेक बी बी टू, रुक इंटू नाइट इंटू बी टू में पीस जाएगा ओनली। अभी अब फोर आने वाला है, खत्म, मार देगा, वन एक्स्ट्रा। सो when somebody plays d6, you are having a pleasant choice to play English attack or you play caress attack. And somebody plays queen c7, you play here. So here somebody plays queen c7 like this position, then you play a3, then be3, knight f6, be3. ये भी अच्छा है आपके लिए. So I would like to leave time on off, and if there is any doubt, I will discuss. Yeah, it is a richer rouser game. A richer rouser. Andre Keen is the English attack or rouser attack. When you play here d6, now this will lead to Keras attack. And if you can play here be3, now a6, this will lead to Tal attack. This is Tal attack. And if you play here in c3, knight f6, now d6, you can play here uh, d6 and knight f6. So here if you play, this will lead to some, this is waiting for that knight to play rouser attack. So I would not like to confuse you more with this line. तो पॉल्सन को मैं यही छोड़ देता हूँ. There are other sidelines, I must tell you. मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूँ. क्या बंद हो गया? Okay. So I will write back. Give me 1 minute. I will write back. Please wait. तो an interesting variation Paulson में बहुत सारे deviation है. There are a lot of deviation in Paulson. So I want to show you this one. This is a deviation. Now here my recommendation to you to play f4. Okay, but this is also possible. Now the point is the now he can take knight. Now knight bishop c5. Now you take it. The whole idea of black that lot of pieces exchanged and white has to waste one more move to play f4. Now the point is after now he has to play king h1 until and unless other white if white cannot play f4 e5 he has nothing. White cannot attack. So you have to move to free the pawn to go f4 and they play f5 e5. So he plays now b5. Most of my opponent, I used to play this line, maybe some 5 6 games I played. All my opponents played queen e2. This is just bad. This is bad because you are interfering with your own pieces. Your own pieces, you are interfering the square. You get nothing after this. For example, after d6, you play f4. Now I'll play e5. This is bad. This is bad. And if you take pawn into, then queen into pawn is fantastic. अभी you cannot attack. You cannot attack. तो ये knight कहाँ जाएगा? Next I will castle with a very easy game. There is no black square bishop. The queen is sitting pretty. उसको कोई ना pawn, ना bishop, ना knight. Fantastic position. So queen e2 with a bad plan. If you play queen e2, then d6 e5 will come. So this is the correct move. Now the point is d6 is not the best move. Now d6 f5 will not work because here now you play queen d2. Now supposing you play bb7 instead, suppose you play d6, I will play f4. And now you play here. Now the point is my queen is watching. Queen e2 is there. Now the queen is watching. I think he has got now an attack, I guess. I think I think attack will come now. Because simple pawn takes pawn will be good enough. Now the same thing may not work because now rook will come. With the idea knight will enter. So the queen need to move was bad. So in the game he plays bb7 and this is quite good now. White is much stronger. अभी आ रहा है e5 आ रहा है. So he plays but this is turned out to be bad. Okay. Welcome Naitik Mehta. Why I liked it? Because Lubojovic won some games after the move here. He won some games with here. He won some games. Black opponent, white players played used to play queen e2. They played some bad moves. Other sidelines of one more sideline. b5. Now castle, then queen b6. This is a sideline. The point is, if you retreat, then queen c7 is a normal game, and there is no danger. And black's plan is to play knight c6 and knight a5 to eliminate the bishop. Now knight has gone from center. So your plan of attack, the queen e1, queen g3, will not be so strong here. So here, this is not a problem. How to handle this queen b6 and then coming back to queen c7, I will discuss. Thereafter, I can attend to any question you ask. Sideline one or two. अरे है ही नहीं कैसल क्वीन b6 इसमें है ही नहीं क्या बात कर रहे हो can it be sometimes the corrupt is getting corrupt. This is standard plan. Or nc3 variation. It has to be. Okay, I will see that. I will check that later. So if you have any question, I have half an hour to discuss any of your question. I will answer on any subject, opening, middle game, end game, or psychology, or preparation. You are free to ask me. It is not six. Paris Kumar, if you go back to YouTube in the night or tomorrow morning, you will see there will be at least 70, 80 people are there. It is not six people at the moment. There is a chart. So as I see, there are around 40 people are here, 35, 40. But if you go back to YouTube channel and check tomorrow morning, you will see at least 80 people will be there. Parth Kuntal Rawal, any question, you are free to ask me or I will discuss a middle game topic. You are free to ask me any question. We have half an hour. You want to improve middle game. Middle game, there are basically three things. Number one, you should be very good in tactics. Otherwise, unless if you miss simple tactics, then we cannot be good getting a good position and blow away. So आपको बेसिक टैक्टिक्स में माहिर होना चाहिए और उसमें से देर आर रेगुलर बुक्स encyclopedia of middle game, chess school 3, then you have got that Samkovic book, you have got Bats book. What is that book? By so many authors have written books on hundreds of books on tactics. Number two, you should be very good in strategical preparation. You should understand the strategy. It is much easier tactics. You see a diagram, see the moves, but strategy is not like that. Strategy means you are evaluating a position, your judgment, a pawn sacrifice, an exchange sacrifice, or weakening a square, taking an open file, or getting a spatial advantage, a weakened king position. So pawn storm, queen side majority, then hanging pawns, isolated queen pawn, knowledge of various strategic features आपको उसमें चाहिए. Then you should be very good in planning and executing. You should be very good in planning. Yes, I told you, Ulf Anderson is a great endgame player. Rafael Vaganian, great endgame player. If you analyze the games of Ulf Anderson, Rafael Vaganian, Vasily Smyslov, Akiba Rubinstein, this great masters of hand, Anatoly Karpov, Zoltan Ribli, very good in technique, you know, and many of the wood pushers, they are good in endgame, very good in endgame. So you have to be very good in strategy. Then only your tactical ability will be useful. If the player is not good in strategy, he will have a bad position. The tactics will not work. It will fail. Any question or I will discuss middle game. I will show you a position where a player has to constantly go for strategy and tactics and calculation. Look, okay, I will take you to a game. Harish Kumar, actually, you say you want to calculate, it is not in our control. When you are playing a full soccer game, we don't expect the ball will come to me and I will give a pass, he will give a minus and goal. We have to play according to the ball, where in the field. So we have to keep playing the game and where opportunity comes, you strike. So we should not control that I want only one variation. It all depends in chess. No, okay, I'm going to show you a game. Great player. Sorry. ये क्या KLM. All right, I have to go to the data. Mitrakant. So here, why I am not getting that game? It should be there. Yeah, I got it. So, so Scaven engine. So white goes for the straightforward caress attack. Maybe I would say this is much more solid. This is more solid. Now RG1 has to be played. So white stands better. Idea want to castle long and the pressure is there. Immediate threat of E5. So white king is comparatively safe. There is no attack coming. The knight cannot join the attack. Even if you enter, there is nothing because one and two defending and the to crack, he has to move the pawn, which is too slow. There is only one plan of attack. You have to open up the a5, a4. That is too slow. So there is no attack. So black made knight to bring the knight into the attack. Now f4 will come. Now I will bring the bishop back and f4 will come. Bad move. I think this is the first bad move of black. So far, black was playing all right. Black made first bad move. Time. I can go back. This is also plus for black, white. But gain a tempo is a better idea. Now it's clear plus. The whole point is who attacks who. Now black cannot attack white king. Now that means only the black king will come under attack. So there are many plans. For example, we can make a slower plan. We can make some slow plan. For example, I can continue to develop. I can continue bf3. And then I will play rook g1. And then sacrifice on g7. Or I want to exchange this rook. So another rook will enter. But Grandmaster Vasuko played an interesting move. I would not say it is a very good move, but an interesting move. Want to give exchange sack. Another good move. Now he wants to bring the rook, and once the rook is gone, the king is weak because I will penetrate. So there is no attack, and I will create trouble. Very simple plan he is doing. Queen. Black king is cut in the center, and white has the initiative. Plus minus, I would say. So desperately try to open up. Now he made a, this did not repeat third time. He brought rook. No draw. If you play third time, it is a repetition by draw. So he avoids that. It is gone position. It's a gone position. For one pawn, that whole white has only a pawn down, but all black pieces are very passive and bad. Pair of bishop. It's a gone position. That means you can see the systematic planning in this position that queen g2, the plan of queen g2 really good. This is really good. Want to exchange the rook and enter. There is no attack on the king. And so another, Vasiko's games are good, practically player. Now another game, let us say his game was against Lev Albert. Now psychology. Lev Albert is a theoretician. He is a master of Benko Gambit, Alakant defense, not theoretically well prepared grandmaster. So he decided to play simple positional chess. Now played okay. Now white got a plan. So what should white do now? I will analyze only half an hour games, 30 minutes because there is planning. In 30-minute game, a player has time to make strategical planning, execution. 15 minutes, there is no strategy. You are playing speed chess. So please send me anybody 30-minute game only. Minimum it must be 1 hour for both sides. 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I can show you some model game. Virabhadra. So here, Grandmaster, till this time the game is normal. But now he gave a plan. I open up now, take the bishop in the diagonal. Whatever you do, it is bad now, already bad. So white seizes the initiative. अभी मार देगा. I want to take now and I will come here. Queen. Threat hai. This is a threat now. So player should be quick in tactics. मारेगा. So he played queen d. So queen threatening d5. आया. Shock. खत्म. Tactical ability. Yes, Lev Albert played with heart. Lev Albert played with heart and a beautiful queen sacrifice. I know Lev Albert very well. Myself and Lev Albert, we annotated a game for chess informator way back in 1986. 1986, myself and Grandmaster Lev Albert, we analyzed one common students game and sent to informator. The game is over now. Now this position, it is all over. So he took queen into, and now queen into, check, take, and now I'll get the piece back with better game. Winning. Whatever you do, it is lost. So the whole point is the moment you played a move, the moment you played this move, e6, he got the plan to open up. Okay. So Veerabhadra is asking the question, I will answer. E4, C5, knight f3, d6, d4, cd, and d4, queen d4, he says. Queen d4. And what is the answer? Then a6. Okay, this is all right. The idea, now a6, you want to play that b3, knight 6 is queen exchange. So the whole idea of black, now nc6 is coming. So white must be ready to play to exchange the queen. So I think A6 is not bad move. It's okay. So one of the ideas must be mind. One of the idea. This is one move. The other move is B3. The idea that he wants to play now B3, and BB2 and control. So Queen D1 is no gaining. At least he is not down by time. Very well played. Now it is very well played by him. Knight C3, bishop comes. So, so this is a good model game. Black has an excellent position. Please note the model games. Okay, idea from black side. So please note the strategic games. So this is a good way of opening move order. When somebody plays C4, you can use this system. C4, A6, C4. You can play NC6. Now this is waste of time. Suppose you play, you are blocking the bishop. You are blocking. Now one of the main strategic point, black wants to come here and hit this so that dark squares will be in his control. One of his black idea to bring the bishop at right time. Suppose you come here, then black gets a good game. I will play bishop. Maybe I can play knight first, and after knight, then I will play bishop. This is good. You have problems still. So it is better to play queen d. You are not at losing a move. Queen has developed. And now g6. Now this. Bishop h6. Nice position. Queen d1. Then I can come back. So good position. You now worry about this NG4. These are all bad moves. These are all bad moves. I will tell you. So you have to play bishop E2, and black has an excellent position. If some Sicilian dragon, you have got an excellent position. White queen C2 is not very happily placed. White has to watch this NG4 move. So it is a very nice position. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking of black only. Okay, I will show you another game. C4. Okay, queen d2 is not great. So he wants to keep the d file open. You have to play. You cannot keep on allowing harassment. Nice position. The setup is good for black. एक बात ध्यान रखो. Sicilian dragon is fantastic. If white is not playing Yugoslav attack, अगर white Yugoslav attack नहीं करता है, Sicilian dragon को कोई हाथ नहीं लगा सकता. कुछ नहीं होगा. The only way to hit dragon is to kill the dragon. You must slay the dragon, and that is Yugoslav attack. अगर यूगोस्लाव अटैक नहीं है, ड्रैगन को कोई तकलीफ नहीं होगा. तो ये तो ड्रैगन है. डार्क स्क्वायर ideas from accelerated dragon. Typical thing. I told you that since this squares, the power, and now d4 square also. Already black is one fantastic. Now his center is gone. The F line, black has opened the F file, diagonal, center, सब कुछ है. लीड इन डेवलपमेंट. अभी मारा तो बैड है. यू टेक इट इज बैड. You take it is bad. I will play queen into with the tempo. Immediate threat of bishop into c3. तो ये आया तो आया को टेम्पो. सो दिस इज गुड प्लान. सो C4 के लिए हमने देखा कि C4 खेला तो नो B2 इज ए मोर मॉडर्न अप्रोच. ये कौन खेलता है? आई थिंक ग्रीस चुक व्हाइट से ग्रीस चुक ऐसा खेलता है. सो यू हैव अवॉइडेड अननेसेसरी पॉन मूव एंड यू हैव डेवलपिंग पीस. फिर भी तो वही हो गया ना, वही ट्रांसफर. ओके. I will show a game of Grandmaster Vasiko. I remember his game against Grandmaster Praveen Tipse from Delhi. Because I played the same tournament, I remember that's a good game. Let me show you. कहाँ पर है? File. Four pawn attack. Now, if you play some move like B2, then black gets a reasonable play. Pawn into pawn, knight C6, B3, BG4 leads to equality. Equal. Because D4 point, the bishop and knight are watching. After taking it, takes, and now there will be pressure here. So here, the D5 move gives an advantage. So black plays E6. Take. So we have reached a Taimano variation by transposition, which is double-edged than sharp. So white must play actively, because if you white will play passive moves, knight D2, then black will take the initiative. Okay. Knight D2 is bad on account of pawn B5. So this will be not good. So here now it is very interesting position. The E5 pawn under 3 attack. These are all not great. It appears good, but it will not, because white is still in the center. White has so he makes a good developing. Other moves will turn out badly. Now, for example, a move like queen to C7 or B6, you will have time to play E6 and open up. So he plays this, takes now queen D2. Idea, exchanging the dark square, you have an attack. Black has developed, and I think a reasonable game at the moment. Okay, I think maybe this move is not the best move at the moment. Here, bishop and bishop he did not have played. Simple retreat. Okay, he played this bishop takes, and now knight takes and knight. Now I want you to evaluate the position because everything is preparation. When a player is playing a sharp line, that to a grandmaster, he is not playing it on the board. It is all preparation. So what should white do now? White has an advantage. What is advantage of white? White has a central pass pawn. CPP, central pass pawn. Now, white has to exploit black's lack of coordination of pieces. The king is weak, the dark squares, the e6 point. But e6 point को क्या करे? मार देगा. Knight into and मार देगा. That means this is under attack. This is under attack. The solution must be hit and enter. Hit. This is a home preparation. 100%. I am sure the whole thing is worked out at home. Knight into and now bishop e4. Idea, now knight is entering. You cannot stop the knight to e6. Even if you play a6, still knight e6. Take another lovely move. Dark squares. What else? Central pass pawn है. हो गया का. Forced position has become passive. Viswanathan Anand once came into trouble on this f6 square against Miles when he was very young grandmaster. So I think the position is gone. Forced. ये तो क्या है कुछ नहीं होगा हट जाओ अभी आई कैन मूव द नाइट फ्रीली क्योंकि ये हैंगिंग है ये एंडिंग लॉस्ट एंडिंग तो दे दिया दिस इज अ बैड एंड गेम बैड pawns and pawn down. So the weakness of the king tells ultimately what was important unless you give rook into f5. अगर यहाँ नहीं मारता है तो white is in trouble. That means the position is good. You have to attack. Then only you can take the initiative further. Suppose you play passively, the demand of the position is to attack. One more game on a sharp play. I would like to show you. This is the visor and sorry. So the whole point is unwilling to play that same line because I can give a gambit now. I can give a gambit. Now knight into pawn is not good move. Now bishop into pawn, I can take knight into pawn. And then queen check, I will pick up this counter play. So it's a possibility. I am showing only a possibility. But other move, other than that, he plays this one. An interesting move. Now pawn into. If you play h3, then d4 is intermediate. I will play intermediary move when the knight will go and center becomes bad and pawn structure becomes bad. Now pawn into, this is just a bad position. Bad position. These are all bad. E5 point is bad. C6. The king in center. So intermediary move will come. That means you have to play pawn into. Now pawn into pawn. Once again, if you move the knight, then pawn duo. अगर आप नाइट हट जाएंगे तो ये मार के मजा करेगा, ये व्हाइट मजा करेगा. सो इंटरमीडिएट मूव, नाइट हटने से पहले ये इनको ये आने को मत दो, अलग कर दो, अलग कर दो. मारो मारो. रिजल्टिंग पोजीशन एक्चुअली इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू इवेल्युएट. आपके पास व्हाइट के पास दो बिशप है, एच फाइल ओपन है, और द होल थिंग इज दिस इज ओनली बैड. अगर वो कैसल किया होता तो गेम खत्म हो जाए. The king cannot castle easily. So this is the main problem. Black must capitalize. अभी आपको स्ट्रेटेजी के बारे में सोचना है, प्लान करना है. You need to plan that I must attack the king and I have to see stock of his weaknesses. What are the weaknesses? क्या क्या है? एक तो ई फाइल है, ये B2 एक टारगेट है, ई फाइल एक टारगेट है, ये डायगोनल मेरे लिए अच्छा है. So a file, a diagonal, a weak point, and double pawns also. Double pawns. So इतना सारे weakness. And D4 square. So black must make utilize of all these things. And let me tell you, Gary Bhai Kasparov, he was ready. He was ready for such positions in his homework. He said that he spent half his life on King's Indian. The playing career, half his time he spent analyzing King's Indian. तो उसके लिए ये नई बात नहीं है. So he will have a plan ready. 13th move, another 4-5 moves he will ready. उसके बाद you are on your own. तो मार्गदर्शन कराएगा. पिन, पहला पिन, किंग, फर्स्ट थिंग किंग. अभी you have to play sharply. नहीं तो एक बार ये B5 आया तो 12 बज जाएगा, बजा देगा. B5 मारा, बिशप A6, टेम्पो टेम्पो में आएगा सब. So आया. Now I don't want the bishop to develop. अभी what is the plan? उसका प्लान है वो बिशप को लाएगा, यहाँ यहाँ कुछ लाएगा, क्वीन लाएगा एंड कैसल कर लेगा. Thereafter he stands better. But आने नहीं देगा, क्वीन बिशप को डेवलप करने नहीं देगा. वो आया तो मारा, आया. यहां तक सब ठीक चल रहा है, यहां तक ठीक चल रहा है. So bad move. He should have defended rook and white stands better. The position actually black king is in more danger than white king because the pawn f6 coming all the time. Pawn f6, the intermediary move coming all the time. So this is a good idea. Now the queen will be cut off from the king's position. Now next move he wants to play rook c2 and drive the queen, queen d2 and then attack. Definitely white chances are better. The reason is black pieces are underdeveloped. So instead of playing this, now both are out of preparation. So he played the move FC. This is bad. Abhi the queen cannot come. This will be a trouble in end game. ये end game में problem में आ जाएगा. अभी first of all queen नहीं आ रहा है. So he played queen c1. Good move. कम से कम अभी queen exchange करो, नहीं तो पीछे जाओ. तो queen exchange is you are not developed. So retreat. Idea, I want to plant the queen to d4. अभी तो नहीं आ रहा है क्योंकि मार के चेक, देन क्वीन इनटू रूक चेक, देन क्वीन इनटू h1 खत्म कर देगा, क्वीन इनटू f6 खत्म कर देगा. F6 pawn चला जाए. Okay. So idea is giving a threat. So ये pawn, this is the only one. उसको लेकर उसने कर रहा है अटैक. So मार देगा उसको. वो pawn को खत्म कर देगा. अगर नाइट आया, ऐसा मोमेंट पे कैलकुलेशन नहीं, यहाँ सोचना भी नहीं, मार देने, सोचना नहीं. वन साइडेड स्टोरी हो जाएगा ये. दिस विल बी वन साइडेड. सो यू कैनॉट प्ले. सो ये आया ये. तो क्वीन बैक टू डी. अभी यू वांट टू टाई डाउन माय नाइट, तो आई टाई डाउन योर पॉन के लिए क्वीन को. ये क्वीन नहीं आएगा. क्वीन इंटू F6. सो आया. वेरी वेल प्लेड. क्वीन को ही बंद कर दिया. नाइट पे डबल अटैक. अगर नाइट आया तो रुक इंटू E4 खत्म हो जाए. पीछे रुक इंटू नाइट थ्रेड. पीछे खत्म. तुम्हारा इनिशिएटिव खत्म. अभी मेरा चालू. अभी नाउ पीस प्ले मास्टर. द पोजीशन इज बैड. क्योंकि अगर यहां मारेगा तो ये मारेगा, तो ये मैं यहां है. तो ये प्लेड क्वीन इंटू पॉन मारा, तो मारा. एंड गेम माइनस. एंड गेम में ऑलरेडी बैड है. दिस इज बैड. अभी 5 पॉन को 2 और इधर 3-1. 12 का भाव में ये जाएगा. yes. If he won knight later, so knight F6 for yeah. So I showed the 4 pawn attack. It is a double edged position. So this is it is not dangerous, but you have to be very careful. Yeah, you have to be very careful. Okay. So I leave this. So tomorrow I will continue. Maybe अभी पॉल्सन हुआ. Tomorrow I will continue how to play white side against accelerated dragon, Marzi bind and the main line. And also I will show Boleslavsky. Okay, maybe not Boleslavsky. That accelerated dragon and Marzi bind. These are the things. I will show you these two things. Then I will go to black side. I will show you accelerated dragon for black and classical Sicilian for black. And then I will go to dragon, Nasdaq, Scheveningen and other Sicilian 4 night. So कल 2 लाइन में कवर करूंगा. Playing ये 2 लाइन. E4 C5, knight F3 E6, E4 CD and E4. Now in C6, knight B5, now knight S. This is black. Oh no, 4 knights Sicilian. You can play here, not this, Knight F6, knight C3, knight C6, knight B5, and now BB4. This is if you play D6, pelican हो जाएगा. So I will cover this line. Tomorrow 1. Then I will cover knight C6, D4, CD, and D4, G6. So accelerated. These two for white I will cover. Not for black. ये वेरिएशन कल सवेरे में ये 2 कवर करेगा. एंड इन द इवनिंग सेशन आई विल गो फॉर स्टार्टिंग ब्लैक साइड एक्सेलरेटेड ट्रैक. ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच फ्रेंड्स. सो आई विल सी यू बैक टुमारो मॉर्निंग एट 9:30. सबको मेरा नमस्कार.